Yo, SNA fans, this is Super Ninja Austin back here with another wrestling episode. And this is episode 133 of the SNA podcast. And this is Wrestling News part 46, I believe. And we're gonna be talking about the wildest wrestling news stories and rumors that you SNA fans need to know. And and it's gonna be from the Sportskeeda article and for the wrestling news for November 20th, 2023. We're going to start off with today is some WWE Raw results for 2020, November 2023, which is tonight, where I'm going to be talking about the wrestling news. I was talking about the Raw review part 14, 15, and it'll be episode 134. And thank you once again, Michael Vasquez, for another complimentary and being well invested to my SNA podcast videos. Okay. This news is not coming up, so I'm just gonna have to go to another wrestling news article. Oh yeah, we got some Cody Rhodes news right here. He appears to have replaced former WWE champion at Survivor Series War Games. Original plans revealed, and it says right here, Cody Rhodes pursue, pursuably leads his team at Survivor Series War Games this Saturday night. I'll bet World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins would beg to differ. However, was the American Nightmare not the original star slotted for the upcoming contest? And it says right here, like, members of the Raw roster are you or were uniting to take down the Judgment Day once and for all inside War Games, while he was featured on the Blue Brand Friday nights, like medding in the bloodline business. It seems John Cena was penciled in for Survivor Series. For per BWE reported that BWE, the private account on Twitter/X, John Cena was in talks of joining with Cody Rhodes in involvement. WWE has faith in the current lineup. This is also because the company managed to sell tickets well despite Cena's absence. I he said or BWE posted, Cena was discussed to be part of War Games pre Crown Jewel, all that. Changed. Cody takes the lead. They have full faith in the select group. The specific, especially after selling Crit-Town or Chit-Town, Chi-Town, yeah, Chi-Town, yeah. And it says right here, tonight's go home edition of Monday Night Raw is highly part and anticipated, as the world of the rumored meal is that one more member could be added to each team. Cody Rhodes even teased this on social media uh, a few days ago. And also Dutch Mantel. And what, and what do you? And, oh yeah, I'll just say after I ask the question, like, what do you think about? What do you think about? About John Cena was the original leader of the Team Babyface side against the Judgment Day. Y'all let me know down in the comments below. And what would happen if the SAG-AFTRA strike didn't end it, and also John Cena beat Solo Sikoa, and we'll probably see him on Raw and be the leader and and fight Team Judgment Day along with the other baby faces such as Rollins, Zayn, and Jey Uso. But and also BWE, I still want a private interview with you. So you better watch this video and know that I want that, and I'll even share you my social media account, whether if it's on Messenger or on Instagram. Again, I want to do a private message and ask you for a private meeting. I'll even give you a location so we can meet at, so we could talk about how you know all this information from WWE before it even happens. But anyways, or even uh, or even original plans, like how you know all this information. Like, but we're gonna move on to the next. Wrestling news story right here. Dutch Mantel feels it's a do or die situation for the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes heading into WrestleMania 40. Is that last year's Survivor Series War Games? The main event had major ramf- ram, ram, ramification a ramification for the road to WrestleMania 39. WWE may be looking to follow a familiar trope this time around, as the hype going into uh, this weekend's premium live event uh, is insane. Speaking on Sportskeeda's Smack Talk, vet veteran Dutch Mantel that at WrestleMania 40, the American Nightmare has to dethrone Roman Reigns. And he said, "We are working to WrestleMania 40 with Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. I would think that if they're even going to do anything with Cody, he was a capitalized. He was a capitalized in the first one, WrestleMania 39. We could work with that, but 40, I think it's Cody's time. He has to he has to make it. He has to make it, and well, I mean, not well. We'll see what he can do there," said Dutch Mantel. Despite heavy rumors of Randy Orton's return over the last few weeks, fans online are a tad cynical as we inch closer to the go home edition of Raw. They feel that those convinced that the Viper will be back on WWE TV are going to be disappointed. Like, huh? Like, why would that be disappointing? Like, do you, like, what do you think? And what do you think? Who you think is going to be the fifth slot? Is it going to be Kevin Owens? Is it going to be L.A. Knight, one of them two SmackDown wrestlers? Or do you think it could be the Viper himself, Randy Orton? Like, sound off in the comments down below. We're going to move on to the next wrestling news now. It's we got some hint on LWO members stints with the group following Santos Escobar's betrayal. New angle for WWE superstar Santos Escobar and the Latino World Order is now making rounds on social media. The Friday Night SmackDown following WWE Crown Jewel, Carlito blamed Escobar for costing Rey Mysterio his United States Championship against Logan Paul. Escobar subsequently attacked the two veterans. Last week on the Blue Brand, Escobar claimed that it was because of Rey Mysterio that he lost his chance to win the United States title, retain even, and rebuild the stable. Zelina Vega then came to the ring and and, and slapped Escobar and like Emporador. Hope they're not trying to spell Escobar and they misspelled it. Let's hope that's something else. But anyways, Joaquin Wild and Cruz del Toro also stormed to the ring and confront him, only to be attacked by their former leader soon after. The the feeling amongst fans lately is that Wild and Del Toro might side with Escobar, betraying Ray and Vega and Carlito as well, considering history. Their history, they could forgive and join him, like reforming Legado del Fantasma. In the meantime, they they have been seen teaming with Carlito on recent WWE live event to, in Top in Tupelo, Mississippi, and Jonesboro, Arkansas. Like WWE superstar, and also about the WWE superstar Santos Escobar, and Rey Mysterio's segment was differently planned, and said on to this paragraph article, it was recently revealed that the storyline involving Santos Escobar and the Latino World Order could have played out differently. According to Dave Meltzer, it was earlier planned that both Joaquin Wild and Cruz del Toro would team up with Escobar against the duo of Rey Mysterio and Carlito. However, the plan was shuffled due to Rey Mysterio's injury and is thus proceeding differently. It was also added that there was a possibility of a third babyface wrestler joining the Master of 619 stable. The Escobar angle has been long planned, but ended up rushed because of the surgery after that match. He's expected expected back in 6 to 8 weeks to feud with Escobar. The original plan for the feud was Escobar and Wild and Del Toro, I should say, on one side, and Ray and Carlito on the other. Three would three would be a third, obviously, like the baby faces. Zelina Vega had also always been with Escobar's side, although in the angle she seemed to side with Ray. There have been rumors there have been rumors of another tag team being called up to to join to fight among the warning the warring sides. It would be interesting to see what plans WWE has going forward for Santos Escobar and the LWO. But what y'all think? Let me know in the comments below. And do you think that Joaquin Wild and Cruz del Toro are gonna forgive Santos Escobar and join his side to face the team of Rey Mysterio and Carlito, and possibly either Dragon Lee or Bad Bunny? But yeah, let me know all about that in the comments down below. We're gonna move on to the next wrestling news. It is, let's see, we got a 38-year-old WWE superstar to be the reason for the Judgment Day's breakup. It's not Damian Priest exploring the possibility. The The Judgment Day added a new member to the faction on previous weeks. The Raw, Drew McIntyre, WWE fans finally received the much awakened moment of the Scottish Warriors heel turn, but this may come to a cost for the Red brand's current top heels. And from what fans saw, the Scottish Warrior aligned with Rhea Ripley. He only shook her hand, in indicating that his primary goal is to keep an alliance between the Eradicator, and himself, if he wants to continue this alliance without interference. He'll need to break up the Judgment Day at the earliest, and it says right here, if he rewind slightly, it was the the Scottish Warrior who stopped Damian Priest from cashing in against Seth Rollins on WWE Raw, given that Rhea has immense support for the Archer of Infamy, I should say. McIntyre's first target will be Priest. Not only will he uh, eliminate the threat, but also move a member from the faction. Following that, he can turn his attention towards Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio. The Scottish Warrior will not have it easy since the Judgment Day members work as one tight unit. Drew McIntyre will need to be sinister about it and unleash a heel that no one expected him to be. And what do you think about Drew McIntyre being the reason why Damian Priest could be kicked out of the Judgment Day? And do you think it's only a matter of time that will happen, or we'll probably see that at the beginning of 2024? Sound off in the comments below. We're going to move on to, we're also going to talk about more about the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day will have to face former multi-time champion at Survivor Series War Games. Drew McIntyre's heel turn confirmed that Judgment Day will get a fifth member for Survivor Series War Games. If that's the case, Team Cody will need a fifth member. Oh, as well, it so happens that that Titanland is working towards bringing back Randy Orton as the fifth member for the baby faces. He's been off WWE TV since May 2022 due to his back surgery and recovery. And it says right here, according to it says Randy Orton's last match was on SmackDown as RK Bro against the Usos alongside Matt Riddle, where they dropped the Raw Tag Team Champions to the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos, at the time a year and a half ago. When they and do and do you think Drew McIntyre is going to join Team Judgment Day, and that we'll probably see Randy Orton joining Team Cody Rhodes? Y'all let me know down in the comments below what you think about this, about these future plans. And we're gonna move on to the next wrestling news. And we have some updates on major changes planned for WWE Monday Night Raw reports. There has been an update on the changes coming to WWE Raw, like Monday nights, like on Monday nights, and that WWE is gearing up for Survivor Series at the Allstate Arena in Chicago this Saturday. The buzz for the event is off the charts, and this week is the final edition of the Red Brand before the Premium Live event this weekend. It was recently reported that the promotion could be looking to make a change to the Raw theme song. The current theme song is Greatness by Vo Williams, and it has been used for almost 2 years. However, the promotion could be getting set to introduce a new theme song, theme as its flagship show, and on the flagship show as soon as tonight's Raw. According to a new report from Fightful Select. Anyways, according to Fightful Select, it says the new theme song could potentially be called "Born to Be." Fightful report also added that there has also been new music made for match graphics like shots of the crowd, like etc. Like, and what it says right here, etc. Like the times for those pieces are reportedly titled "Survival." Like came to win it like in Eyes on a Warrior. The publishers are listed as members of Def Rebel, like, and WWE's music publishing company, Stephanie Music, like publishing like publishing Inc. And then publishing Inc. And here's the post from Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful, of him saying there's gonna be a new theme music for Monday Night Raw, and hope we see it. And if you need more time, I'll give you 10 more extra seconds. And if you need more extra time, I would recommend you guys to pause the video to see what exactly it says. But yeah, what you think about Monday Night Raw being upgraded to a newer theme song? Y'all let me know down in the comments below. And do you think it's needed to have a theme song, or greatness was perfectly fine? Like, and they don't need to update a theme song for another 2 years, I guess, or even longer. Y'all let me know and sound off in the comments below. And we got some Vince Russo news now. Is like that he claims WWE Raw is better than SmackDown. Former WWE writer Vince Russo believes that SmackDown is a miserable show, like after turning into last week's show. Like, and speaking on Sportskeeda Wrestling's Legion of Raw show, like the wrestling veteran claimed that he watched last week's SmackDown and said that it is not better than Raw due to it being an hour shorter. Russo stated that the blue brand was horrible last week, and that should put to rest that it is better watch than the red brand. And Russo noted, bro, I do want to mention that I did watch SmackDown again, two weeks in a row. Now, can we put to rest? It's not the better show, bro. Can we just put to rest? It's only the better show because it's an hour less. That's that's it, bro. Like, what what a horrible show. What a miserable show. And yeah, he did say miserable 3 times in a row, like Vince Russo said. And you can look up the article on Sportskeeda on 1344 to 1404. And what do you think about Vince Russo thinking Raw is the better show overall? Like, for when it comes to booking and the matches and segments, which I believe that's true, but I don't say SmackDown's a horrible show. Like, sometimes SmackDown has their moments of of not be able to be fortunate to make a good show. Sometimes that's my opinion. And I'll say SmackDown used to be a better show about a couple of years ago, like back in 2020 and 2021, because like everybody watched, like, because pretty much most of everybody was on SmackDown rather than Raw. Like, I mean, Raw had some wrestlers like the likes of Rhea Ripley, Bobby Lashley, and AJ Styles, Omos, Randy Orton, and even Matt Riddle as RK Bro. Like, they did have plenty of wrestlers, but they didn't have that touch of star power like that SmackDown had. Like, I don't know what else to explain it, but SmackDown was more of a, how to describe this. Like, I would say it was more like must see, like with like who's gonna beat Roman Reigns for the Universal Champion, and then the likes of Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks was the SmackDown Women's Champion. Well, 2020 to 2021 for Sasha Banks until she lost the title to Bianca Belair, and then also who else? And we also had Big E like holding the Intercontinental Championship, and was in a memorable feud against Apollo Crews when he had the Nigerian Prince gimmick and etc. Yeah, but I don't think like SmackDown's the worst show or miserable or awful. I just think like SmackDown just don't. It's just SmackDown's just is not a good, not a better show than Raw anymore. That's what I would think. Like it's still a good show, but comparison, I think Raw's a better show because they have like the likes of Cody Rhodes and Seth freaking Rollins, like main event and like Raw matches, and also we have like Rhea Ripley and feuds with the likes of Raquel Rodriguez and Nia Jax lately. And also, but even though like not a lot of people are fans of Nia Jax, but everybody would like not a lot of people, but I'll say you everybody get my point. Like, and also we have what else? And I would say Gunther. Oh yeah, Gunther being the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion and being in such banger matches, like with the likes of Chad Gable and even who else he recently wrestled? Even Oh yeah, Big Bronson Reed, and he's set to face the Miz at this Saturday at Survivor Series. And I still think Chad Gable is still going to win. They're just giving they're just waiting until that time comes, like planting those seeds and for long term and what's that called? And long term, what's that positive complimentary catchphrase for when it comes to storytelling, like long term and storytelling booking? I guess I could say something like that. But what do you think? Y'all let me know down in the comments below. Like I said, and I'm gonna move on to the next wrestling news. It's okay. We got some more Cody Rhodes news. He pins heartfelt message to fans who believe he changed independent wrestling. Now, according to this wrestling news article, Cody Rhodes rejoined WWE like 6 years after he was released. A year later, the fans are rallying for him to take the spot from the company's post boy Roman Reigns. Years like before he could even think about returning the global juggernaut juggernaut, I should say. It, instrumental is bringing change to the business. The All Elite Wrestling was introduced to the world in 2019. As ever since I've been Super Ninja Austin, of course. When ES Wrestling recently posted an old photo on Twitter/X, a list of professional wrestlers like that Rhodes had shared on social media, like the 38-year-old responded with this saying it was just it was just the list at first, but I'm very glad we actually walked and not just take or talk. We walked and not just talked. And I remain very lucky. So many good folks followed followed along. He wrote followed along. I should say, and like since, and he's also said, oh, you know, this is a article talking right here, like since making his triumphant return to WWE in 2022, Cody Rhodes finally headlined WrestleMania among other premium live events. On the other end, premium live events on the other end, I mean, on the other hand, I'm reading the wrong thing of the spectrum. AEW stands as a strong rival for the Stanford-based company or Stanford-based promotion. And what do you think about this? About Cody Rhodes? About him being the reason of putting the independent wrestling on the map? Y'all let me know down in the comments below. And I think he made a wondrous impact, like into the wrestling world, like both in independent and pro wrestling world, or both in the independent and the pro wrestling market, I should say. My apologies. But anyways, he left back in the spring of 2016 because he requested his release. Later on, wrestling for promotions such as Impact Wrestling, when it was still technically TNA along with Impact, and also Ring of Honor, and then New Japan Pro Wrestling, joining the Bullet Club, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, and also the National Wrestling Alliance, where he had the most memorable and entertaining feud with the now general manager of SmackDown, Nick Aldis, which I believe we'll probably see another classic with these two, like fighting for the WWE Undisputed Championship, like especially Cody Rhodes as going to SmackDown if he finally finished the story and beat Roman Reigns. I believe in 2024 we'll have that match with like a heel general manager, Nick Aldis, and we'll finally see his talent in a WWE ring. But anyways, like that's future plans possibly for WWE. But we're going to talk about now what's been happening for the past 7 years of Cody Rhodes leaving WWE and coming back. Like if you like the prodigal son, like went out, venture out, like except he's the one that proved WWE wrong because he made a name for himself as the American Nightmare. And then he created AEW because of that All In show in 2018. And then he helped create AEW alongside Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. And then Tony Khan was the one that put the money to invest onto the wrestling company, which he became the president. Cody and Nick and Matt and Kenny Omega were the EVPs respectively. But he left in like February of 2022 because his contract was expired. He left, and him and Brandy Rhodes left, and then we saw Cody Rhodes made his triumphant return in 2022 in April, like being revealed as Seth Rollins' mystery opponent. But it looks like, but I think but I think we're gonna see him finish the story, in my opinion. But let me know in the comments what you think about Cody Rhodes making independent wrestling more relevant. But we're gonna move on to the next news now. Is fans have wholesome reaction to Cody Rhodes journey in the wrestling business thus far. Like since he came up short against Roman Reigns, like at the show of shows, like the American Nightmare bounced back, win two victories over Brock Lesnar. He reportedly replaced the John Cena at Survivor Series War Games. This Saturday night, the team of Cody Rhodes would World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins and Sami Zayn and Jey Uso will take on the Judgment Day in Chicago, Illinois. There is also word that an additional fifth member will be brought in for both teams. It says Rhodes Rhodes is also favored by not favored by many as the front runner for next year's WrestleMania main event. He he even made a bold statement regarding The Rock potentially taking his spot in 2024. It remains to be seen what the WWE creative has in store for him. And do you think Cody Rhodes is finally going to win the undisputed WWE Universal Championship by 2024? And will he be in feuds with the likes of MJF and Nick Aldis? Y'all let me know down in the comments below. I think it would make sense on story, because they have a lot of history from outside of WWE with Nick Aldis and the National Wrestling Alliance, and fighting over for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, and MJF on in AEW, like when he cost him to ever become an AEW World Championship when he wrestled Chris Jericho and in 2019, which was it's 5 years of storytelling on that, with MJF beating him at Revolution. And I bet that's the start of MJF of being a big time star in All Elite Wrestling, and now he's currently the AEW World Champion. But he looked like he get on his way of becoming WWE champion if he joins WWE. But that's only if he joins WWE, of course. But yeah, do you think he's gonna finally beat the Tribal Chief? Y'all let me know down in the comments below. We're gonna move on to the next news now is and we got the Judgment Day news as they sent Judgment Day member sends a two-word message on social media ahead of War Games. And it says right here, Judgment Day member Finn Balor took to social media to send a two-word message ahead of Monday Night Raw. On last week's edition, Balor and Damian Priest retained the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions against Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes. The finish to the match, I saw Drew McIntyre assist Finn Balor and Priest, thereby turning heel in the process. Taking to Instagram, Balor shared a photo of him posing with the tag team titles. The reigning tag team champion also send a following message saying double double. That's right, there it is. Yeah, okay. And here's the post of Finn Balor holding up the tag team championship with the caption on top where it says double double. And if you need some extra time, my recommendations again, pause the video. But anyways, what do you think about Finn Balor's post on Instagram, not Twitter, Instagram? Y'all let me know down in the comments below. We also got Bully Ray comments on Drew McIntyre, aligning with the Judgment Day on last week's Monday Night Raw. Drew McIntyre helped Finn Balor and Damian Priest retain the tag team championships. And it says right here, wrestling legend Bully Ray gave his take on Drew McIntyre aligning with the Judgment Day, claiming that he and Rhea Ripley It looked like a power couple, he said. Even though I don't think they're gonna be a power couple, there's gonna be teammates, like for the Judgment Day, of course, because they work stronger if they work together. That's what they're trying to be. But I would say I'm not sure to see this like. But in the heel side of things, I think it will probably be perfect for him. But that's only if he's a heel, which he is. But this is what Bully Ray said right here. Like, I've got to tell you, like, last night, like seeing Rhea standing next to Drew McIntyre, I was like, whoa, like that looks like a power couple. If I ever seen them, I I want to see the follow up on Drew because remember my take on Drew is that it's not about his physicality. Like it's not about his look. Drew does everything extremely well. Drew looks to me is so amazing. He just he just has it all. But it's that's it. Right? But it's about when he talks. Let's see what he has to say next week. Like McIntyre will be addressing the WWE Universe on tonight's edition of Monday Night Raw. It remains to be seen if he officially joins forces with Finn Balor and his stablemates. The former WWE champion would be the fifth member of the Judgment Day, like for the upcoming War Games match at Survivor Series. And what do you think about and what do you think about Bubba Ray saying about Rhea and Drew being like a power couple? And also, what do you think that Drew McIntyre is gonna say for his reasons why he's joining them? Sound off in the comments below. We're gonna move on to the next wrestling news. Already said it. No. Okay, we got some Gunther. Oh, excuse me. These bad allergies are kicking my butt. But anyways, Gunther reveals one thing he did uh, to transform his body. And according to this Sportskeeda article, WWE Intercontinental Champion Gunther recently shed light on how he underwent a drastic body transformation to get in the people's shape, or not get into the best shape of his life. The 36-year-old, 6-year-old weighted around 300 pounds when he signed with WWE in 2019. Since altering his diet and training reman, he has lost over 60 pounds and arguably produced some of the best matches of his career. In an interview with Under the Ring, Gunther said he lost weight simply by eating less food. He said, I've always been training a lot and hard, but I follow the diet for once. Actually, it's just less eating. I mean, eat less, I should say. Like that was the big change. There wasn't really more to it. It like it a whole the whole game about getting in shape. There's no secrets behind it. It's just about continuity. Continuity. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Like you've got to stay into it, focused for a long time. Like this article is on the paragraph of 1605 to 1629. And it also says the ring, like the Sportskeeda said, the the ring general recently become the longest reigning intercontinental champion in WWE history, beating the Honky Tonk Man's 454-day record. Like he will defend the title against the Miz at Survivor Series War Games on Saturday. And also about Gunther, or before I get to that, like, what do you think about Gunther losing more weight and then him revealing that it's eating less? Y'all let me know down in the comments below. We're gonna like move on how Gunther's training with Imperium changed. Like he, like away from WWE television, the Imperium faction, like Giovanni Vinci, Gunther, and Ludwig Kaiser used to hone their skills by training together in a wrestling ring. Gunther added that training sessions have become less frequent in recent months due to their busy main roster schedule. And and this is what he had to say. Like once a week, we met up with the group Imperium and went in the ring and worked out. I a little bit, but right now it a gets a little bit tricky to to find that time because we wrestle a lot. I wrestle 3 times, 4 times a week, always, or anyways, and I mean a week anyway. I wrestle 3 to 4 times a week anyway. That's what he said. And this article is on 17 paragraph 1714 to 1728. Like, and it says the Imperium leader also revealed which time, which to wrestle, I mean, which two WWE stars he expected to feud with when his Intercontinental Championship reign ends. And what do you think about Gunther revealing that he trains and what do you think about this reveal about his training? Y'all let me know down in the comments below. We're gonna move on to the next wrestling news story, and it is. And we got a 20-time champion to ruin the Judgment Day's War Games chances. I mean, not changes, chances of the Judgment Day's War Games chances on WWE Raw tonight, analyzing the possibility the the Judgment Day is set to compete tonight in a War Games advantage bout, facing a member of Team Cody Rhodes to gain the upper hand on the upcoming double double ring structured match. Tonight's edition of Raw also marks the final episode of the Red Brand before before this year's Survivor Series Premium Live event. Hopefully, I say this the last time, being the go home edition of Raw. Anyways, given this, the Judgment Day needs to be cautious, like as Randy Orton might make a return to disrupt their War Games advantage match. Recent reports have suggested that the Viper is gearing up for a long awaited comeback and is expected to be the fifth member of Team Cody. Speculations also indicate that that the company might announce his return before the premium live event, opening up the possibility of his comeback on tonight's show. The 14-time WWE World Champion's return could unfold with him costing the Judgment Day during their Survivor Series War Games advantage match against Team Rhodes previous previous episode. Adam Pearce had banned all War Games participants from ringside during the main event in a similar scenario might might play out again during the advantage match. And it says right here, however, as Randy Orton is not officially a participant in the War Games match, he might execute an RKO on a Judgment Day member. Ultimately, a, aiding Team Cody aiding Team Rhodes to emerge victorious. This could lead to the announcement of the Apex Predator as the final member of the Babyfaces team. It's noteworthy that tonight's show will take place in the same arena where the former tag team champion last appeared on television back in May of 2022. And yeah, that'll be a funny coincidence, and it'll be a year and a half since he wrestled there, like which was in May of 2022 when he unfortunately lost the Raw Tag Team Championships with Matt Riddle against the Usos, where they merged the Raw Tag Team Championships to the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, calling it the WWE Undisputed Championships. But hopefully, like we see him like either tonight or even at the Allstate Arena. But yeah, what do you think when Randy Orton makes his return? Like if he comes if he becomes Team Cody, y'all let me know down in the comments below. We also got some more about the Judgment Day. Seemingly has their fifth member for War Games, according to the fifth member for War Games. It seems that the villainous faction has already secured their final member with McIntyre's heel turn on the previous episode of Monday Night, where he attacked Jey Uso and aligned himself with Rhea. The company has also announced that McIntyre will explain his actions on tonight's Monday Night Raw. Like, I like the faction of honest faction. For the Scottish Warrior posted a picture of a backstage moment shared last week, making it as his last moment with a babyface star for the time being. Like it is also seemingly a hint that Drew McIntyre is still unfinished with the Visionary. Like overall, it will be interesting to see how things unfold on tonight's Raw, as it serves as the go home edition of Survivor Series 2023. And do you think Drew McIntyre is going to align with the Judgment Day and be the fifth member? Sound off in the comments below also about that as well. We're going to move. We got some Dwayne The Rock Johnson news now as misses he misses one thing specifically about his time on the road with WWE. Usually WWE superstars get a proper send off when it is time to call it a career. This is especially true when it comes to the legendary names of the business. Stone Cold Steve Austin, Shawn Michaels, and The Undertaker are some ex- exam, exemplary exam, exemplary uh, exemplary examples. Perhaps there is this is why many believe Dwayne The Rock Johnson needs to make a comeback to end his career properly. Moreover, fans salivate for a match between the Attitude Era legend and his Samoan cousin Roman Reigns. During a recent sit-down interview on the Joe Rogan Experience, The Rock touched well, on his one-off SmackDown return many weeks ago. He revealed that it is the the com comer the comer yeah the comrade the camaraderie com, commod camaraderie the camaraderie among the guys in the locker room that he misses the most. He said, I told some of the boys like this. I miss that kind of stuff because it's been a white since I've work out with the yeah birdie yeah birdie. I miss that kind of stuff because it's been a while since I've worked out with the boys, like Rock said, back when I was wrestling. When silly nephews, but anyway, like workout. The Rock said, like when I was wrestling, we'd all work together because we would travel together every night, every night, and going to the same gym every day in different cities. But I miss that the com, the com, the camaraderie, the camaraderie. But what do you think about The Rock missing that? About oh yeah, despite being arguably the most famous name of them all, The Rock quietly retired in 2019 and has not stepped into the ring since WrestleMania 32. The bout was a 6-second squash against Eric Rowan. And it says right here. And what do you think about The Rock being quietly retired from the past 4 years, and most importantly, what do you think about what do you think about The Rock missing of touring with his buddies in his time in wrestling? Y'all let me know down in the comments below. We're gonna uh we're gonna talk about, speaking of Eric Rowan, right? We got some Eric Rowan news is embraced like with his match against The Rock at WrestleMania 32. Like Eric Rowan is no longer a member of the WWE roster today. He made a significant impact during his time with the Stanford-based promotion as part of the Wyatt family. His WrestleMania match against The Rock, though it's not a highlight of his career, according to the 41-year-old himself. Speaking to Chris Van Vliet on Insight, recently Rowan shared his honest thoughts on the honor of facing the Rock on the grandest stage of them all, and he said, "It was a short one. I don't know why you gotta remind me of this. You say it's an honor, like, but then I started really thinking about some fans come into the signing today, and he was wearing the Rock's Brahma Bull shirt, and I was like, really, come on, you got to put this in my face. And he starts laughing. He said, Rowan. He concluded by saying that while it may have been an honor as a fan of the business, as a human being, to step into the ring with one of the best, as his on screen character, it was humiliating. Rowan also said, because Braun couldn't be beat, they had to protect Wyndham and John, like it had just suffered a torn patella, so it would have been paper rock scissors, which I believe he meant rock paper scissors. But anyway, between between me and John, taking the quickest pin. So yeah, I just happened to win the short straw on that one, as Joseph Root as Raw ruled wild. Yes, it it was an it was an it was an honor as Eric Rowan. That was humiliating. It also says about The Rock, like earlier this year, WWE Hall of Famer Kurt Angle brought up The Rock's status in the entertainment industry, and if he pulled off a half hour long classic on WWE TV at this stage in his life. But what do you think about Eric Rowan admitting that was kind of humiliating for The Rock to like, as Eric Rowan, to get beaten by The Rock in 6 seconds? And also, what do you think about and what do you think about Eric Rowan being a fan of The Rock, like, but not like him getting beat by the great one? Y'all let me know down in the comments below. And we're going to end off with this latest news now is 34-year-old former champion to help Xia Li win against Becky Lynch on WWE Raw, exploring the possibility. Xia Li, it says Xia Li has been on a rampage lately against former women's champion Becky Lynch. The two will square off in a one-on-one match tonight on Monday Night Raw. In in man like emanating like from Van Andel Arena in the Van Andel Arena in Michigan, and it says right here. However, Lynch could be on the receive end of a defeat tonight, as SmackDown superstar could help Xia Li win the match. The name in question is none other than former multi-time women's champion and longest reigning SmackDown women's champion, none other than Tropicana Bailey. Last week on SmackDown, Becky Lynch stood against the Damage Control as she joined Bianca Belair's team as the fourth member of the women's War Games match. Therefore, there's a good possibility that Bailey could appear on the red brand tonight to cost Becky Lynch her match against Xia. Moreover, it will be the go home edition of Raw before the Survivor Series pay per view or premium live event. Even though I said the last time I was going to be the last time, but no, this is going to be the last time. I hope. Therefore, WWE will look to add fuel to their ongoing rivalry on ahead of the War Games match. Things might turn out chaotic tonight on the show, as it will have major implications for the upcoming premium live event. And what do you think about Bailey costing Becky Lynch the match against Xia Li because she joined Team Bianca once again, second year in a row? Y'all let me know down in the comments below. And maybe Xia Li could benefit off this as she can brag that she got a win from the former multi-time women's champion and the first ever main event WrestleMania main eventer. Like she could brag about this. She beaten a legendary modern day women's wrestler like Becky. But yeah, this is gonna probably see more rivalries with the former SmackDown longest reigning SmackDown Women's Champion and the women's former multi-time women's champion. Even though both women are Grand Slam champions, and also not to mention they're also Triple Crown Raw and SmackDown and NXT women's champions. And okay, we got some fun. And this is the final news about reason behind Becky Lynch and Xia Li's feud. As when Becky has NXT Women's Champion, she gave opportunities to all the women who were overlooked on the roster. Like superstars like Tiffany Stratton, Tegan Knox, Indy Hartwell, and others received the spotlight. However, one of the superstars who was left behind was Xia Li. Big Time Bex promised the 35-year-old to give her a title shot. However, it never materialized, as Lynch lost the NXT Women's title to Lyra Valkyria at NXT Halloween Havoc Night 1. Since then, Xia Li has been on a rampage to seek retribution, as she felt ignored by the man. She attacked Becky Lynch on the November 6th episode of Monday Night Raw, like to get her attention, and uh, and she will succeed, and she succeeded as a result. The two will settle their dispute once and for all as they go head to head on tonight's edition of Monday Night Raw, or the edition of the show. Hopefully, that's the final last time. I mean, regardless, it is because this is the last report, in report, and it's mostly about Raw. Like to head on tonight's edition of the show, like while Becky is expected to win, match the possibility of an outside interference cannot be ruled out. Moreover, with it being the go home edition of Raw before the Survivor Series, will be interesting to see how WWE builds up to the women's War Games match. And what do you think about Xia Li winning the match and ending their feud once and for all, and also possibly that Xia Li could win cause for the cost of an outside interference like from someone like Bailey, which I believe that will happen. Xia Li will win. She'll be bragging, especially on her way to facing Lyra Valkyria for the NXT Women's Championship, which I believe Lyra Valkyria will win anyways. And I think it's tomorrow that she faces. So she's gonna be probably heading to NXT to face Lyra Valkyria with some momentum into the bout with the second Irish women's superstar. But I think, despite all that, I think Lyra's gonna find a way to win. It's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be a back and forth dogfight. But at the end of the day, she's like Lyra Valkyria is going to win. She's going to remain as the reigning defending fighting women's champion. But yeah, that's your list of the wrestling news, like reports. And which one was your favorite? Sound off in the comments down below about that. And if you like this video, make sure you hit the huge thumbs up button. Comment down below on what's your thoughts of this wrestling news video, and subscribe. Click the bell notifications. That includes you, Michael Vasquez, and so y'all will never miss a upcoming video of mine, whether it be in a wrestling news, a wrestling show review, or even any other topics I'm talking about on my SNA podcast. But yeah. And also share with your friends all over social media, like including you, Michael Vasquez again, and so that we can grow this channel into a big YouTube content and onto the platform. And yeah, I've been your host, Super Ninja Austin. This was the 133 episode of the SNA podcast, and the wrestling news, like where I talked about the wildest wrestling news and rumors that USNA fans need to know on November 20th, 2023 on the Sportskeeda article. And later on, I'm going to be doing the Raw review after Monday Night Raw goes off the air. Which we're going to talk about what went down on tonight's Monday Night Raw. And hopefully you guys will be watching, including you, Michael Vasquez. And also, and then it's going to be episode 134, which I bet you already know because it's already scheduled in on YouTube. And also, and what else I need to say before I close out this video? I guess that's it. I guess this is the 15th week I've been doing the Monday Night Raw review. But yeah, check that out, and hope y'all have a great Monday afternoon before it turns into evening. And I'll see you guys on the Raw review. Until we meet. I mean, in the meantime, I should say, Super Ninja Austin, the Assassin, is out. Bye-bye, my SNA fans.